Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're actually new here, hi, my name is Makeover. Welcome. For in today's video, I'm gonna be doing this whole transformation look where I'm gonna be walking through you guys the whole entire process of how I actually get to do this look for you guys to be able to see. Well, I hope you guys do enjoy this video, so stay tuned and enjoy the video. Let's get today's video started, shall we? See you guys, stay tuned to see how I perform this look for you guys to be able to see. So you guys stay tuned and keep on watching and enjoy. See you guys, stay tuned. So let's begin like right now. So first thing first now is that, so I'm gonna be starting off by priming my face. So I'm gonna be going at it right now where I'm gonna be using this primer which I use like all the time. I'm using the Blur and Prime Light primer. So this is what it actually like looks like. So I'm gonna be starting off by doing that like right now before I start to apply like any foundation. The Maple Line eraser like concealer which I use like all the time, but for this one I would normally use it as a color corrector just to get rid of all of these dark spots that I have like underneath like my nose bridge like right here. So I would just go ahead and just take it and just take a little bit of it and just add it like in between like right here, just to get rid of all of these spots that I had. Sometimes I would add like a lot of it, but sometimes I would add like a little bit. And then I'm gonna be taking my beauty blender and just start by gently just patting it like right like onto here. Because I want to make sure that these areas that I had, I want to make sure that these areas like they will be like covered up. So I'm gonna just follow that. Just pat it right here. So now that this part right now has been like completed, so next I'm gonna be using one of my foundation which I use like all the time. So I'm using the Maple Line Fit Me New York foundation where I'm gonna be using medium buff. So I'm using in the shade 225. So this is a medium buff I'm using. So I'm using the darker shade because it actually like matches like my skin color, where I'm gonna be taking my foundation and just start by adding it like right on here. And then I'm gonna be taking my beauty blender and just gently just press it and just add it like right on here. Concealer which I use like all the time. I think with this concealer I would like to make sure I add it like right like underneath like my tear dot area, where I just take my concealer like here and just put it like right into here. sometimes I would like to add like a little bit, like I think with this one it's like a lighter concealer, because I like to make sure I use like most of these stuff just to match it like my skin type of color. So I would just take a little bit of it and just put it like right like onto my tear dot area, like right here. I'm just taking that, and then I'm gonna be placing it like right like to here too, and over this side, right. Then I'm gonna be taking my beauty blender like right now and just start by blending each of them out. So I'm gonna be starting off by blending it out like right like onto here. So normally when I'm gonna be using my beauty blender just to blend out like my concealer, most of the times I would like to take, I will do it like little bit like very like gently, where I will just go ahead and just take it and just start by blending it out just to make sure like the concealer has been like melting and soaking like onto my face. So I will just take it like little bit like gently like this and just spreading it across. So that's what I would like do, just to make sure that both of these part like right here, just to make sure that these part like just make it like something. So you get what I'm saying. So I'm just taking this one like right here, and then I'm gonna do to the same thing like over to this side like too, where I'm just taking it and just spreading it across. Next, I'm gonna be taking my baking powder, which I use like all the time. I'm gonna be using in the banana light flavor, where I'm using the Revolution banana light like baking powder, where I will use that just to like set my face after I just went ahead and just start by adding the concealer. And really and truly, I really do like this one, this banana light type of flavor, cause I use this like all the time when I'm gonna be like doing like my makeup. I would just normally just go ahead and just use this like setting powder, and I would recommend like using this one because it absolutely works wonders, and I absolutely do like it. So I'm gonna be taking a little bit of it. I'm just taking my beauty blender, take a little bit and just put it like right. And then I'm gonna do to the same thing like over to this side like too, where I'm just taking it and just gently just put it like across like right onto here. I think I'm gonna add a little bit like. Next, I'm gonna be using this palette which I use like all the time. I'm gonna be using this powder like contour palette. I'm using the e.l.f. powder contour palette. So this is what it actually like looks like, where I'm gonna be using in the shade that it does add, and just start by contouring my nose. So normally I will take a little bit of it and just put it like right between my nose bridge, and just gently just bring it like down, because I want to make sure that my nose they're like extremely like narrow, just to make sure that both has been like even out. So I will just go back in like into the palette and just take that and just put it like right onto here, just to give my nose that narrowish type of look, just to make sure my nose, like both of my nose are like extremely like even out. So normally I would take a little bit of the palette, or sometimes I would normally take like a lot, but normally I would take like a little bit just to contour my nose, because I don't want to go like overboard, because if you do go overboard with like contouring, like it's gonna look like weird. So I'm gonna be like taking a little bit of it and pulling it So when I do this one like right now, normally I will just take the little bit excess that I don't need it and just wipe it off. And then I'm gonna be taking my contour brush and just taking that and just blend it in like onto my nose, like right here, because I want to make sure that the powder that is been like set on my nose, I want to make sure that it gives my nose that tonish type of effect that I'm going for, where I will just take the contour brush and just take that and just gently just press it down like right here, and kind of be just move it like forward and like backwards. So I'm just taking it like this, doing it like anti-clockwise, and just like pressing it like right over to here. And the same thing I'm gonna do to over to this side like too, where I'm just taking my contour brush and just blending it down. So that's what I'm like doing. So as you guys can see like right now, so both of my nose has been like fully has been like even out, because I just went ahead and just used like the contour brush just to blended it out, just to make sure give that tonish type of effect that I'm going for, because I want to make sure that my nose is by being like straight and narrow, and it has been like toned out, because I like to do this like all the time when I'm gonna be like contouring my nose by using this palette, where I use this shade that I use like all the time, and it's absolutely like amazing to use and I love it. So I'm gonna just take back my contour brush and just go ahead back like right now and just take it and just put it like right like onto here, and just put it like right here and just like blend it like right, because I want to make sure that it like blend it out like perfectly. So that's what I'm like doing. Okay, so now that this part has been like completed like right now, okay, now so next I'm gonna be doing like my brows like right now. So next I'm gonna be starting off where I'm gonna be like doing like my brows like right now. So this is the next step which I will do after I contour my nose. I'm gonna be start by doing like my brows, where I'm gonna be using the Lori like brow stylist frame and set. So I'm using the 215 deep light brown it. So this is what the shade actually like looks like. I'm gonna be like using my brow brush, where I will use like the tip of it and just take it like here. But first I'm gonna be like start by arching up my brows, like brushing them out. So I'm gonna be like filling my brows here. Sure that my brows are like fully has been like brushed, because I want to make sure that my brows are like fully, I want to make sure that my brows give it that nice little bit of arch type of look that I normally will give. Because one thing with me, I like to make sure that my brows are being like fully has been like filled in, where I would like to use like different type of products. But for now I would normally go in where I would take this product, where I use that just to fill in like my brows. So I'm gonna be using this one just for now. So I'm gonna be like taking it like right here and like here, and then I'm gonna be taking it and just start by filling in my brows. Sometimes I will take a little bit more and just fill in these brows, because I want to make sure I keep my natural brow line. I don't want to like go too overboard, so I will normally just take in that and just fill in my brows, because I want to make sure that my brows they are like completely like natural, not too like go overboard. So I will just take that and just do it like right like onto here. So I'm gonna be doing to the next side like over to this side like too, where I'm gonna be taking this brow stylist like brow filler and filling the next side like too. Sometimes I would normally would like take a little bit of it, or sometimes I would normally would like go like a lot. But as I said, I don't want to go like too like overboard with like my brows. I want to make sure that my brows they like completely look as very natural. So I will just like take a little bit of it and just put it like right like onto my brows. Cause I like to do this like all the time just to make sure that my brows are like completely as well like snatch. Cause I like snatch type of brows. That's what I would normally do. But still I want to make sure I keep my natural brows just to make sure they are like completely has been like set to this like direction. So I'm just taking a little bit more of the brow filler and just filling it. And the same thing like over to this side like too, where I'm just taking it and just filling it. So I'm gonna just create like a tail right here like where my brow section is, and just taking that and just make that tail right onto here. I want to make sure that my both of my eyebrows they are like fully as being like even out. That's why I like to make sure I take a little bit more of the product and just add it like right like in between like right onto here, because I want to make sure I keep my natural like my brow line. So I'm just giving you guys a little bit of close-up look where exactly I'm talking about, because I want to make sure that both of these sections right here has been like fully has been like even out. So I'm just taking a little bit of it and do that. Okay, so now that this part right now has been like completed, so next after I went ahead and just use like my brow filler, I will just go ahead right now where I will use like my concealer. But for now I'm gonna be using this next foundation which I use like all the time. I'm gonna be using this foundation where I'm gonna be using the 355 coconut, where I'm gonna be taking it. So this is one of my tricks that I will normally use, where I will just take my foundation, not really too much because I'm gonna be using it like onto my brows just to carve out like these my brows. So I'm gonna be taking a little bit of it and place it like right like onto here. So I'm gonna be like placing it like right like onto my brows like right here, and just gently just put it like right over. So I would normally would do this like all the time just to make sure that my brows like fully has been like snatched. Or sometimes I would normally would take like my concealer and just start by doing that. But for now I'm gonna be using the foundation for now. So I'm just like doing this one and put it like right like over to here. And the same thing I'm gonna do to over to this side like too, where I'm just taking my darker foundation and just adding, gonna be like carving out my brows, where I'm gonna be like doing that and just gently just press it like right like over to here. So that's what I'm like doing. Concealer just to start by doing the base, where I'm gonna be taking a little bit of it and just put it like right like onto my. I'm gonna be taking my beauty blender and just start by blending this one out. Then for the eyeshadow like palette which I use like all the time, I'm gonna be using two of these palette which I use like all the time. I'm gonna be using the Revolution Makeup by London. Then I'm gonna be using the Welcome to Miami like palette. But I'm gonna be starting off by using this one first, where I'm gonna be taking in the shade like right here. I think I'm gonna be using this greenish type of shade, where I'm gonna be using the Cactus shade. And just take that first and just put it right here. Honestly, I really do like this type of eyeshadow like palette, and they're absolutely like amazing. So for this look that I'm doing, I'm going with a nice little bit of tropical type of beachy type of vacation type of look. So where I'm gonna be taking this one and just put it like right like over to here. Next I'm gonna be using this purple type of shade, where I'm gonna be using the ducks and put it like over to here. And then I'm gonna do to the same thing like over to this side like too, where I'm gonna be taking the same palette, where I'm gonna be using in the greenish type of shade, I'm gonna be using the Cactus, and just take that and just put it like right like onto here. And I absolutely do love this type of color which I'm like using. I'm gonna be using the same purplish color, where I'm gonna be using the dusk like this one. Just wipe that and just place it like right here. Most of the time when I'm using like eyeshadow like palette, most of the times I like to blend in like these type of colors. If I'm doing like a nice little bit of color, I would normally take it like most of these like palette and just like play with them and just like use them just to make like colorish type of look. So I would normally take them and just like blend them out and just make them look like extremely like polished. So I'm gonna be taking this one that I'm using the dogs, that's the purple type of shade. So I'm gonna be putting it like right at my crease like right here, where I'm just taking my brush and just gently just spreading it across, so that this one it blends into together so that it can look like really like nice. So I'm gonna go in where I'm gonna be taking the same like greenish color, where I'm gonna be using the Cactus and over to here, like right to this just taking my brush and just blend them out. So this part right now has been like completed. So I'm gonna go in with this palette, where I'm gonna be using the Welcome to Miami eyeshadow light palette, which I did like show you guys like earlier, where I'm gonna be taking in this color, where I'm gonna be using this orange type of shade, where I'm gonna be taking it like right here and just put it like right like underneath like here. I think for this color it's kind of be like low, but I'm gonna try my best just to make sure it does work. So I'm gonna like put it like right like onto my like my tear dot area, where I'm just taking it and just blending it out. I think it's actually like coming together, so I'm just like doing that. This is what they actually like looks like right now, and honestly I just love the way all both of these colors actually like looks like right now. So now I'm gonna just go off camera right now, where I'm gonna be actually gonna be finish on both of these eyes, and then afterward now I'm gonna come back to you guys and show you guys what they actually like look like. So be right. This is how the eyes actually like pretty much do looks like right now. So now their boat has been like fully has been like completed. So next I'm gonna be using this blush which I use like all the time. So this one I'm using like right now, I'm using the Core Beauty. So this one is a lip cheek matte, which is a blush which I use like onto my cheeks, and actually it's a very pigmented color where I'm gonna be taking a little bit of it and place it like right at my cheeks, and just place it like right here. Sometimes I will like to take a little bit more of it just to make it more like even, just to give it that nice color that I'm going for. I'm gonna put a little bit more. Then I'm gonna be taking this brush that I had and just start by blending it out by doing it like very like gently, because I want to make sure that it blends in like really like good. So I like to use this brush that I use like all the time and just blending it like right in. And it absolutely like really and truly I absolutely like do love it. And I think I'm gonna be using this one next. So I'm using the Hard and Candy like blush after I use that pigmented blush like onto my cheeks. So I would normally would take this type of shade which I would use just a little bit of it like right here, as I take a little bit excess off, and I would take that and use that and just put it like right like onto here, just to give my face that nice little bit of blush type of look. And then I'm gonna do to the same thing like over to this side like too, where I'm doing the same thing where I'm just taking the brush and just dip it into this product and just place it like right like onto my face. So, and honestly I just love the way it actually do give my face that nice little bit of blush that I'm going for, and it's absolutely like amazing to use, and I like to use these products like all the time. It's really and truly amazing. So I'm gonna take a little bit more of it and just put it like right like over to here, because normally when you're gonna be doing a eye blush you want to make sure that you kind of just add like right like onto your cheeks. It depends on how everyone feels, because everyone do their faces differently. Everyone has their own type of style, their own type of taste, but for me I like to make sure I use like these type of products just to give my face that nice little bit of blush type of look. So now that this part right now has been like completed, next I'm gonna be taking my highlighter, but for this one like right now I'm gonna be using the Rimmel London highlighter. So this is what it actually like looks like, where I'm gonna be taking this highlighter. So this is what it looks like. So I'm gonna be taking a little bit of it, just a little bit, not really nothing too much, and just take it and just gently just press it like right like over to here, just like that, because I want to make sure that I had the highlighter like onto my cheeks, because I want to make sure that it elevate my cheeks. So I'm just taking it and just add it like right onto here, taking my highlighter back again, where I'm gonna be doing like my nose, where I'm gonna be taking my highlighter and just put it like right at the tip of my nose like right here. And then I'm gonna be taking this brush that I had and just start by placing it like right here and put it like right like onto here, just to give it that nice little bit of highlighter type of look. Sometimes when I'm gonna be using the highlighter, most of the times I would like to make sure I had it like right at the tip of my nose like right here, or sometimes I would normally would take my highlighter and just put it like right at the bridge of my nose like right here. The reason why, because I like to make sure it gives my nose that nice little bit of like each type of look that I'm going for. So I like to make sure I use these like all the time, and trust me, they're like amazing to use. So I'm gonna go in like right here by taking my highlighter and just put it like right here, and then I'm gonna just take my finger right here and just damp it like for my lips. Like right now, I will just go ahead and just use this professional makeup by lip liner. So this is what it actually like looks like, and then I'm gonna be going where I'm gonna be using this lip color that I add. So I'm gonna be taking it like right now and just start by overlining my lip, where I'm gonna be doing like right at the tip, like right here, and do it like very gently. So I like to do this like all the time when I'm gonna be like, so when I'm gonna be like overlining like my lips, I will normally will take my lip liner and just start by doing that and just spreading it across like right. And trust me, these are like really and truly like amazing to use, and I absolutely like do love this. So I'm just taking it. Lastly, right now I'm gonna be taking my setting spray right now and just start by setting everything into place. So now that the face right now has been like completed like right now, so I just like the way or everything just coming in together like right now. I just like the way I went ahead and just used like all of these like colors which I use like onto my face and onto my lips, and I just like the way how it brings out everything. And trust me, I really do like how this look actually do turn out to be like right now. But for now, but it has not been fully completed as yet. So what I'm about to do next right now is that, so I'm gonna just go off camera right now, where I'm gonna add some few more adjustment to this look that I have with me right here, and then afterward now, so I'm gonna come back to you guys and show you guys the final look of how everything actually do turn out to be. So I'll see you guys in a second. I'll be right back. See you guys, stay tuned and keep on watching. So you guys stay tuned final look has actually do turn out to be, and honestly I just love the way how everything is actually do turn out to be like right now. So it's giving a beachy vibes, a vacation transformation look. So well, this is how the whole transformation look has actually do turn out to be like right now. Well, so that's it now for today's video right now. So now I have come to the end of everything right now, and also to, so I want you guys also to remember to like, comment, and remember to subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. And remember to turn on post notification for each time when I upload a brand new video. And remember to stay tuned for more of these videos to become. And I will see you guys next time in a brand new video. Bye guys, see you guys next time. Take care.